It's so simple, yet so genius. The real reason why Damian Lillard wants to join the Miami Heat couldn't be more obvious to me. And yet no one is talking about this one factor that I believe is driving him to make a strong push to be traded to this one team. I'm sure you've heard all the rumors circulating this trade request since the start of the offseason. Damian Lillard has said repeatedly that he wants to contend for a championship. So he wants to be moved to a team that can contend for a title now. However, he does have one condition. He does not want to join a super team. So teams such as the Lakers, the Warriors, and the Clippers are out of the picture. The super team trend is like so 2010. He doesn't want to take the quote-unquote easy way out. That's great and all, but if he wants to win a title right away, he needs to pair with another superstar. That's NBA 101, and I'm sure he's done carrying a team by himself. It hasn't gotten him very far recently. So the teams that have expressed interest and that also meet his criteria are the Miami Heat, the Boston Celtics, and the Philadelphia 76ers. If he joins any of those teams, their odds of winning the title go up. But what I find so interesting is that he seems to be against joining any other team but the Heat. Why is that? Is it the city? The nightlife? The girls? Does he really think joining the Miami Heat give him the best odds of winning the title? Or is there something else he's not telling us because he can't? Let me explain. It seems like Damian Lillard has been thinking about his playing legacy recently. He wants to be remembered in a certain way. He said in an interview with former teammate Evan Turner for the Point Forward podcast, "I would say I want to be remembered for who I was, not as a player, but the principle that I stood on, regardless of how successful I was, how major the failure was, the criticism, what people thought I should have did, what people think of me. No matter what was happening, I want to be remembered for who I was." Surely the Miami Heat culture is intriguing to him. It seems to fit his personality. I think that has something to do with him wanting to play there so badly. But let's think for a second. Which of those three teams would give him the best chance of drastically improving his legacy? Winning a championship is one thing, but the way you win the title is another. If he goes to either the Sixers or the Celtics, he's going to have to play the role of the second star, which he hasn't done in a very long time. The last time he played that role was in his younger years when he was playing behind LaMarcus Aldridge. The Sixers have the reigning MVP, Joel Embiid, so it's obvious he would have to be the second option there. And the Celtics are always going to be Jason Tatum's team while he's still in his prime. In my opinion, he hasn't even reached his peak yet. Now the Miami Heat are a totally different story. As much as the city of Miami loves Jimmy Butler, he wasn't even selected to be an all-star last season. He averaged 22.9 points per game. He had an awesome playoff run, but then returned back to earth in the finals. He averaged 21.6 points per game against the Nuggets. Insert Damian Lillard, and what could you potentially have? You have a player that could be the number one scoring option for a championship winning team. I'm not just talking about a title. I'm talking about also gaining some serious hardware. That includes winning the Finals MVP. Lifting the Larry O'Brien trophy and the Bill Russell MVP trophy would do so much for his legacy. The Miami Heat is the only team where this is a real possibility. I know he has supreme confidence in himself. I know he believes that he could be the best player for a championship winning team. I know that it bothered him when everyone seemed to be trashing him for being selected to the NBA 75th team over players such as Dwight Howard, Vince Carter, and Tracy McGrady. But if he leads the Heat to the title and wins Finals MVP, now we're having the conversation if he's top 50 worthy. If you think I'm crazy, remember how he performed the last time he was in the playoffs? He averaged 34.3 points per game and 10.2 assists per game, while also shooting 44.9% from the three. Remember who this was against? The Denver Nuggets. Imagine him putting up that kind of production in the 2023 finals. That series would have gone much differently. I believe all of this is on his mind. But of course, he can't say this because that would be disrespectful towards Jimmy Butler. There's no reason to create controversy and animosity toward your potential new team. Now I want to clarify then I'm not a mind reader. I'm not close to Damian Lillard, nor do I have any sources that are quote-unquote close to him. I haven't talked to his barber or any of his pets, and I don't consider him a close personal friend of mine. I'm just putting myself in his shoes. If you have the opportunity to stamp your legacy as one of the greatest players ever, why wouldn't you do everything possible to take it? That's what he seems to be doing. But that's just my 2 cents. Where do you believe he will ultimately end up? And is there somewhere else you think he should go that would be better for his legacy? Make sure to comment on your take. Thanks for watching.